to 108 we're doing the Divine Feminine reading. The DM Divine Masculine reading is up. It shall be before this one in the daily playlist, or it's in its own playlist. So let's see what's going on. There's interesting vibe. So on the right of the body there seems to be some stiffness, there seems to be some resistance, whereas the left is just going. So to me, that's from the reading that the masculine was bringing in. It's like the masculine's a bit more hesitant for certain things, or needs to be sorting stuff out rather before moving forward, whereas the feminine is kind of already in place and looking to where to go next. Interesting vibe. So fortitude, let's go with that first. Let's see where that's going, because it's very detailed energy, very detailed vibe. Alright, 9 of Wands and a Page of Wands. Therefore, what? A really weird vibe going on. On some level, there's 10 wands there. It feels like it's a whole. So from the past experience, from the past mastery, from the past awareness, from the past work that you've been doing, the new way of doing things, new way of approaching things is going to bring in the 10th wand, but also recognizing that this is the Page of Wands. So normally we'd go back to the Ace of Wands and start the cycle again. So we'd be going back, and then no, not back, we'd be going to the next level, evolved level of Ace of Wands, and then 2, 3, 4, back to, and then up to interesting. So I keep saying back and then up, so there's that conflict. That's the masculine conflict. Feminine is aware that we have to keep going forward, have to keep going that way, have to keep going in progressive way, in a evolving manner, in a way that's going to be progressing oneself fully, not just emotionally but practically, physically. All the aspects have to be nurtured and have to be rejuvenated, have to be refined to be able to be as a whole functioning correctly. So this particular 9 and 1 is feeling as though it's 10 of Wands, but the 10 of Wands then will move on to the Page of Wands, to the Knight of Wands. So then the wands will be getting bigger, the wands will be getting heavier, the wands will be becoming something else. So if you think about when you're training with something, for example with nunchucks, you start off with possibly a light wooden one, or start off with a light plastic one, and then you go to the next one, which is a heavier plastic one, or a heavier wooden one, before you go to the metal nunchucks. You don't play, or you don't practice the metal nunchucks before you've done the wooden and the plastic first, because otherwise you're going to have a lot of injuries unless you're a master straight away. So that evolving of, you're doing the skills, you're practicing the skills, you're having the skills practice in place, but you're practicing with different versions of the same tool. Like I said, first you're going to have the plastic, or the light wooden, then the heavy wooden, then the light plastic, then the heavy plastic, then the metal comes after. So that evolution of your wands, then it may go to the next cycle of Ace of Wands, but it's a different kind of Ace of Wands. So this isn't just the quantity, it's about the quality as well, reinforcing the quality, engaging the same thing over and over again. So you're practicing certain things, you're responding to certain things with a certain level of mastery, which is the same skill, the same focus, yet in such a manner that your instinct, your intuition, your reflexes are quicker, faster, sharper, as if it's integrated. It's integrated on another level. Interesting vibe, like that. So then there's going to be some conflict around this Five of Wands, how to do this. This is now coming in very clear that this is around discipline, this is around due diligence, this is around being smart with how you're investing your time, your energy, your resources, your attention, everything, how you're investing with exercise, eating well, being nourished, being hydrated, everything now. It's like make yourself into a power machine. Human. There you go. Then your speed's going to be coming up. So I'm going to put that there. Still messing around. Still working with the lighting. So apologies for that. Doing the best with what we've got at the moment. As we don't want to stop the progress happening. We don't want to stop the readings. But at the same time, we do want to be improving what's coming through for you. So moving that wheel forward, moving it or it moving in a way that's beneficial for you, so you can keep up with the speed, you can keep up with the pace, and then as you're recognizing which muscles are moving, you're recognizing which parts of the body, so if you're leaning this way, what happens? If you lean that way, what happens? This is just an example how you can be more aerodynamic, how you can be more if you start burning, like if your legs start burning because you've been running for a while, but then it's like, where do you go to in your mind? Where did your mindset go? Where did your emotional intelligence kick in and be like, right, you've got so far to go now, you've got to run this path, you're on the wheel now, you've got to go, you can't stop midway. Think of it as like a project. You start a project or an essay or whatever it is, a journey from A to B, whatever it is, A to D, whatever it is, you've got 1 point and 1 point. Whatever you're embarking on now, recognise those things that once you're on the treadmill, you can't get off until you've finished it. There has to be that commitment to complete it. So this is where you're going to be refining those skills for those of you who want to, not all of you, you don't have to. I'm saying those of you who want to and need to be more consistent, need to be more diligent, need to be more disciplined. This is going to be a massive opportunity coming up now for you to be able to do that. And now saying that, I'm going to have a look at the chart, the astro chart for this current reading. And yeah, I thought I saw something earlier. So we've got Sun in Scorpio, 23. We've got the Moon in 2 in Capricorn. So the emotions around the Capricorn space are definitely showing up, as in needing to sort some stuff out, needing to sort out your strategy, your system, your internal departments, I want to say. So if you look at yourself, your own being as a company or a business or a structure, a corporate structure, you need to have your mind working well with the body needs to work well with the digestion needs to work well with the lungs need to work well with this, that and the other. Everything physically, emotionally, energetically, your aura needs to be clean, your chakras need to be functioning properly, all of it needs to be like really up to scratch. It needs to be working in tandem perfectly. The more you work on this, the more you refine this, the more you get this balance and refined harmony within, the better it's going to be for you. So we've also got Pluto at the end of Capricorn, which I was feeling a pull for Pluto energy in the masculine energy, but didn't really come up enough. So Saturn is still in 0 Pisces. So again, those structures, those systems that you've been working with that haven't worked for you, this may be an opportunity to let go of some of those things, because with Pluto being at the very end of Capricorn and going into Aquarius space, it's going to be a whole different vibe. So right now, it kind of going into, it's nice now to be getting everything in order for you to function to your full capacity, to your full ease. Let's get another one here. There you go, Temperance. So making sure you're working it in a particular way that's beneficial to you, making sure that you're doing everything that's in harmony and healthy. And there we have the 8 of coins. So again, what are you working on? Keep working on it, keep building it, keep building it, keep building it. Don't let it go stale. Don't let it be one of those things that gets put on the shelf and never gets completed. Keep going, keep going. The way you're talking to yourself, the ways people have spoken about what you're doing, the way you are talking to yourself when things are not going to plan. Is it with compassion, or is it with despair? Is it with love, or is it with vitriol and kind of not so encouraging words? Find the encouraging words. You may get tired at certain times. You may get disheartened at certain times. Use that as an opportunity to observe, how do you respond to yourself? How do you pull yourself out of the swamp and get yourself back onto the trail again? Be kind, be loving, and only receive kindness and love. If someone else is the external factor that is blocking you from receiving kindness and love and motivation, deal with it, see to it. And as I said that, this is coming. King of Swords. You've got to be ruthless with this. You can't be giving someone an inch because they're going to take 5 miles. If something's not correct, it's not correct. You can't let certain things slide anymore, because then if it slides a little bit, it's going to slide right down. And if they're holding onto your ankle when they slide down, that's it. How long has it taken you to get here? I have a feeling some of you are not actually hearing what I'm saying. That's okay. It might not be for you, or you just might not be ready. Some of you are resisting it, and you can feel the resistance. If you can feel the resistance in the throat chakra and the heart, the frustration, the pulling, the tugging, maybe have a moment to just stop and think about why. Where are you pulling and tugging? What is it you don't want to admit to yourself? It's not going to be easy for some. I can say that right now. Spirituality, there you go. Time to connect with what you truly believe. You're telling yourself you believe. Some, not all of you. Some of you are on this and you're all over it and you're already gone. You've already like run off and like, right, I'm doing this already. Some of you are just sitting in the I don't want to admit to myself about this, that and the other. Or you're telling yourself you believe something when you don't. And if you get stuck in that, you're stuck in that, the swamp. And that's not to be like fearful or anything like that. It's just the way it's coming up. Spirituality. So, are you going to stay in the swamp, or are you going to get yourself out? Get one more for there. Strength. There you go. Strength. Keep building strength. Talk to yourself in a loving, kind, compassionate, encouraging manner. More effort will get you what you want. Put the investment into yourself. Put the investment where it's necessary and required. If people come along and they're supporting that and doing the correct thing for you, and you can feel that camaraderie, excellent. If not, then be done with it. I can't put it any simpler and plainer than that without sounding rude or mean, so I'm not going to. Then don't go crying to anyone else when things aren't working out, basically, because you've only got yourself to be holding yourself responsible here. So those of you who have already gone, good luck. Enjoy the ride, because it's going to be a great one. This is a mastery of your discipline, commitment to seeing things through and things like that. So for now, peace and love.